Hey guys, Desi here for NextMosh.com, and we're here at the Gramercy in NYC with none other than Danny and Bobby of legendary heavy metal band Biohazard. Guys, we're here celebrating the release of your 9th studio album called Reborn in Defiance, and this is pretty much the first original lineup album in like 18 years, right? What excites you most about putting out this album?
The fact that we actually pulled it off, and we did it because, you know, it is really in defiance. Like, it was the powers that be, everybody around us. Nobody thought we could do it. Nobody thought we'd get back together and get on stage together again. We did it. We overcame everything. We went out on tour. We just got back together. We were on tour, you know. And the tour, the response was really great. You know, it was really positive.
We all thought it was done in 2005, and you guys came back.
Yeah, I came back in in 2008. It was to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Biohazard. And, we just wanted to go out on tour. We had no record deal, nothing. You know, we just said, yo, let's play some old songs, let's get on the road and just go have fun and be the band again. You know what I mean? And that's what we did. 4 guys, no record label, no nothing, just going out and playing. And we went all over the world. And we just kept going for like almost 2 years. And then, the record was the next step. And, just glad we got a chance to do it.
Oh, we're really excited. And what was the process like putting together this album, like being back in the studio together after all this time?
Bobby wasn't in the band for a long time. We really weren't a band. Like in 2005, like we said, we put out a record, but we didn't do it as a band. We just we had a bunch of songs we threw together and just did a record, and that was it. I mean, Biohazard really, for me, stopped being a band like in 2003. We hadn't done anything, played any shows, nothing. Bobby came back in 2008, and we toured the world, and 2 years later, last year, we started making this record, and it was great because on tour we all kind of got reacquainted, and it was like, I started remembering the feeling I had when Bobby was in the band before and how important he was to our band, and but then like getting in the studio and starting to write again was a whole other new thing that we had to overcome, Like at first it was a little weird because we kind of had to figure each other out again in the studio, and we didn't know who was gonna write what and what we were gonna sound like and what do you want to sound like? I don't know. What do you want to sound like? I don't know. But after a while, we just started jamming. We had a little room set up, and we just kept going there and playing.
So Toby Wright produced this album. What did he bring new to the table for you guys?
Yo, I don't know if he brought anything new as much as he let us get what we really needed to be. Like he really kind of took the cuffs off, man. You know what I'm saying? He just let us just don't be afraid, don't hesitate, It was more like a boxing coach, man. In a way, He was in our corner. You know what I mean? It's really he was in our corner with each guy individually. He was really great, and he knows how to really get sounds. He's a great engineer, and he really knows how to make records, man. The guy's made some great records in his career. It's amazing. It was an honor for us to work with him. But the coolest thing about him was he just became like one of us, and it was there was no difference, man. It was no he's Mr. Producer guy, Nah, it was us. It's Toby was in the band. It felt like he was just we were all together. It was a 5-piece.
Make him an honorary Brooklynite?
Yeah, he was pretty much an honorary Brooklynite. He still is. Toby, you can walk the streets anywhere in our neighborhood, bro. Hold your head up. Put the word out.
So what kind of inspirations? I know that basically it's obviously important to bring back the old sound from the band to some level, but are there any new inspirations or new musical influences? You guys have done so many other things aside from Biohazard. Can we hear any new influences on this album?
I don't know if they're new influences, but because Biohazard back in the day, we've always done our thing, as dirty and ugly as it was, and then we would, throw in some piano, there was a piano player, and I would throw in some acoustic guitar stuff, or we would, work with some melodies here and there, but just as little splashes over here and there, and on this one, we kind of blended it more in with the heaviest stuff, so it, I try to tell people all the time, they're like, yo, what's the record like? And I'm like, look, there's gonna be some of the heaviest, fastest, most angry Biohazard shit you ever heard, and then there's gonna be some real soulful, deep, melodic shit that it was there, it was in us, we had to play it, because, to be true to ourselves as musicians, we have to, respect what we write and where it comes from. You know what I mean? Because once you start trying to tell your soul what to do, you're gonna fucking compromise yourself. You know what I mean? So you have to believe that if something's coming out of you, it's coming out of you for a reason. So you have to respect it and nurture it and see where it takes you. And like we put together 30 different songs for the record, and then we start narrowing them down to like a dozen or so. That's how it works. You know what I mean? So it's
So it sounds really diverse. Which songs? Let's talk about specific tracks. Which songs do you think the old school Biohazard fans are gonna just love?
Vengeance Is Mine, Countdown Doom, Skull Crusher. I think Waste Away, they dig that. And then
Anything surprising, like?
What do you? Well,
there's a couple surprises on there.
Like which song? What should we look out for?
There's an instrumental song on there called "Seas in the Sky," and it's kind of like a trippy, kind of mellow, really like emotional. Like we put a lot of emotion into it, Yeah, it fits. We always kind of did stuff like that in Biohazard, but I think it's kind of like a left turn a little bit too, But it keeps it interesting.
And then there's another left turn that was a song called Vows of Redemption. And it was really deep lyrically and what it means to us personally. It's about pretty much the last place you want to find out that you're at in your life. Like it's probably this close to the end, and you have a choice to either just check the fuck out or say fuck that, I'm giving it one more shot, one more day. Let me take care of a few motherfuckers that deserve to be taken care of first, or let me get my revenge, or let me do a couple of things before I fucking go through with giving up on life. You know what I mean? So, and then maybe you'll find a reason to live through that. You'll find a reason to live just by pushing up one more time off the floor. You know what I'm saying? And that's got some slide guitar and some acoustic in it, and it's like kind of deep. And that's a different left turn.
So what are your favorites? Because I've seen you've offered some songs free on Facebook, and also there was a download, Skull Crusher. My favorite was Come Alive. I love that song.
It's time to come alive, wake the dead, terrorize, rip apart the pain inside. Come alive, there's no need to hate on me.
Do you guys have a favorite personally?
I think "Come Alive" is probably my favorite song also, just because that song, where it came from and what it means to me, like personally, the lyrics and stuff, I can relate to. You know what I mean? It's like don't waste your fucking time. I don't want to. I love that song because it's really a song about like don't waste your time being fucking miserable and fucking negative. You know what I mean? It's a song about rising up, but not like being like happy chipper about it. Ooh, fucking come alive, this is awesome. Yeah, it's like, yo, get the fuck up, Stop wasting your fucking time.
Fuck the world and pressures of the world and just get real down and negative. And this song is like, fuck that. And just get up and come alive and fucking just, get out and motherfucking live, man. Wake the fuck up, live. Do it, get past it. Fucking don't dwell on it, man. Approach things one at a time, not all at once, whatever. Just get the fuck out and do something. It's more of an uplifting.
Yeah, I think the fans are gonna love it. It had me up at 3 a.m. today, like getting my day done. So thank you for that one.
And it's played the way we used to play back in the day. It's like real old school fucking feel. Like it's yeah, it's cool.
And how have you guys been dealing with the absence of Evan? Because I know he sang on the actual album. So who's performing now in his place?
Scott Roberts is with us now, and he's been a friend of ours for a long time. He actually played in a band called the Spud Monsters from Cleveland a long time ago, and they toured with Biohazard probably, what year? It was like 1992, 93. Long time ago. But we've been friends for a long time. He actually stepped in after Bobby left the band years ago and played guitar in Biohazard for a while. He and I had a band for a while with John Joseph from the Cro-Mags called Blood Clot. We did an album together. So Scott and I are close friends, and he's a great musical partner, just like Bobby and I. And he's been great. He came in, Evan left. We were like, blindsided by that, like what the fuck? And not once did we think like, fuck it, we're just gonna stop. We're gonna keep going. But it was like, we're just getting ready to put the record out. and we were gonna start auditioning people, you know, just like look for somebody. And the whole time we had like Scott like right in front of our face, like, you know, he's right there, you know. And he, you know, it's kind of weird. He's never sang in a band before. He's never played bass in a band before. And you know, it's just like, hey, you think you did, you know, whatever. And he did a great job. He's doing a great job. So we'll see.
Good job, man. He stepped right in, you know, and because he's played with another band called Blood Clot with Danny. He's played in Biohazard. He's, you know, he knows how to jam with us on stage. You know what I mean? He knows how to, like, lock in with us in our group. You know what I mean? So that's, like, really important.
So he just fit right in. There was no problems. Let's talk about Biohazard memories. What are your all-time favorite points in your career? You know, crazy after parties, amazing tours. Give me something.
Wow.
He's like, I can't say this on camera.
Eliminate ourselves and shit.
You know, over the years we toured with a lot of great bands, you know, and I mean we've been doing it a long time. So in that time, I mean we did, yeah, Pantera. We did 60, 65 shows straight with Pantera. You know, we did an American tour. We went to Australia and New Zealand with them. I mean, every night was a completely decadent rock and roll party.
And something fucked up happened there.
Yeah, we did the same thing with Slayer.
What happened with Slayer?
Well, maybe this is a good time to set the record straight. Yo, fucking, there were these crazy like surf punk fucking Australian guys, you know, guys that are not afraid to surf with great white sharks and shit. Like, these guys are out of their minds. And they came down to the shows and they were following us around and shit, and they were into this whole trip on like grossing everybody out and eating disgusting stuff and fucking, you know.
Fear Factor?
A little worse than that.
Dudes,
Yeah.
They grew up on a beach. They got nothing else better to do except
What'd
be
they eat?
disgusting.
It was pretty disgusting.
Some nasty shit.
Yeah. You ever hear of G.G. Allen?
You don't know?
No? Okay. Well, he's pretty much a guy who did a lot of psychotic shit on stage that was pretty disgusting. And I just realized I'm talking to a lady now, and I don't even know if I want to tell this fucking story. You know what I'm saying? But
I think she wants some dirt, though.
I want to know.
You want to know?
I want to know what the real Biohazard life is like.
well, you know, picture being on stage and fucking playing your song, first time in fucking Queensland, Australia. You know, you're playing, and the crowd's like jamming and shit, and I'm fucking singing back up, and I look down, and all of a sudden the whole crowd is like looking away, like disgusted, you know. And there's a fucking naked guy on stage, crapping all over himself and fucking running around, fucking naked and fucking just crazy shit.
He just wanted to let you know that you were the shit.
No, this guy was out of his mind, and he fucking like, I'm looking for a clean spot on his body to fucking kick him and shit. I fucking kicked him. I don't know. We chased him off stage, and where did he run? Straight into fucking Slayer's dressing room, and fucking they were a little pissed off. You know what I mean? But and down there, you know, in Australia, they still talk about it. Every time we go back there, it's like the famous incident with Biohazard. But you know.
I guess, you know, it was like a real Biohazard. That's what it was.
No, that was a little fucked up, you know what I mean? But, you know, if I ever see that guy again, you know, I'm gonna,
If any of us see him again, he's done. He's done.
don't show up in Australia, bro.
So it sounds like you've had a lot of crazy experiences. How has being a part of this band shaped you? I know that you're probably different human beings than if you weren't a part of the band.
Well, you know, like he was saying, like with that one story, I mean, we lived, you know, 15 years of that shit every night, you know? Every night, yeah, a lot of fights, a lot of girls, a lot of parties, you know, people getting fucking drunk, getting whacked, just fucking insanity, and shows, and never not sleeping, and being, you know, every day flying somewhere, driving somewhere, no rest. It's just insane. Yeah. I went a month without taking a shower once. No changing clothes, nothing, on the road.
That beats me, man.
That was my record, 30 days. Oh, I stunk. It was bad. You know, it was a different world then, though, you know. Bands like, you know, 15, 20 years ago, we didn't have tour buses. We didn't have budgets. We didn't have none of that stuff, you know. So you did what you had to do, you know.
Well, we're going to keep watching. We're going to keep supporting you guys. We love Biohazard. Definitely going to see what magic you guys put up on the stage tonight. But in the meantime, please remind the fans when and where and how they can pick up the album.
You can download it if you live in America. You can download it for nothing on Revolver. Physical CD will be released with a bunch of bonus material in April. And if you're outside of the States, the physical CD will be released on Nuclear Blast Records on January 20th.
All right, guys, you heard it here. Make sure you pick up your copy. Reborn in Defiance, January the 20th. Absolutely free. Just go to Revolver's website this Friday. Make sure you get a copy. Also, check out their website, biohazard.com, or on Facebook. Look them up, Biohazard. In the meantime, keep it locked on nextmosh.com for all your heavy news, interviews, and concert venues. See you guys later.
Over the edge. Now you pushed me over the edge.
The vagina of the gods.
That's the next album?
Yeah, no.